Aouda and Phileas Fogg were safe. Mr. Fix was wounded in his arm. "What has happened to Jean? Have the Indians killed him?" said the young woman, and the tears ran down her face. "I will find him, dead or alive," Phileas told Aouda simply. He felt that it was his duty. "I can miss the ship from New York. It will ruin my journey," he thought. Then he said, "Let's waste no time." He went to Kearney Station office and said, "3 people are missing. I am going to look for those brave men who saved our lives." "Well, sir, you have a brave heart and will not go alone. Now who wants to join this gentleman?" the captain said, turning to his soldiers. Soon he chose 30 of them, with an officer at the head. Fix wanted to go with them, but Phileas said, "You will do me a greater service if you stay with this young lady." "I will stay," the detective said, and the company left. Aouda stayed in the station waiting room and thought of Phileas Fogg. He became a hero in her eyes. Fix walked nervously up and down the platform. At 2 in the afternoon, they heard the noise of the engine. It was the engine of their train. The driver had come to his senses and managed to get the engine back to Kearney Station. There he found the train with the passengers ready to continue their journey. Aouda came up to the engine driver. "Are you leaving?" she asked. "Right now." "But the prisoners, can you wait for them to return?" "I'm sorry, we can't. We are already 3 hours late." "When does the next train come from San Francisco?" "Tomorrow evening." The train left Kearney Station, and Aouda and the detective stayed there, waiting for Mr. Fogg and the soldiers. "It will cost Mr. Fogg £20,000, thought Aouda. Some hours passed. The weather grew worse. The cold was stronger. Aouda went to the end of the platform. She saw nothing through the snow, and she heard nothing. Then the night came, but the soldiers and Mr. Fogg didn't come back. Aouda couldn't go to sleep because her imagination showed thousands of dangers. In the morning they heard the shots, and then saw the party with Mr. Fogg at the head. Near him there were Passepartout and the other 2 passengers. There was a battle 10 miles south of Kearney Station. Passepartout and his 2 companions were fighting against the Indians when we arrived and helped them to escape, said Phileas Fogg to Aouda. "Where is the train?" Passepartout cried. "Gone," answered Mr. Fix. "The next one will come this evening." "Ah," was all that the gentleman answered. He knew that he was 20 hours late. "You have 8 hours. Do you wish to try to do it?" "On foot?" asked Mr. Fogg. "No, on a sledge. A sledge with sails. An ice yacht. I know Mr. Mudge can help us." A few minutes later, Mr. Fogg was looking at an unusual vehicle. It was a sort of sledge, and on which 5 or 6 people could sit. In its front, it had a big sail to catch the wind. In a few moments, the travelers got into the ice yacht and started their way to Omaha. They hoped to catch a train to New York from there. Mr. Mudge put up the sail, and under the pressure of the wind, the ice yacht went over the hard snow at a speed of 40 miles an hour. They had 200 miles to go. What a journey! The travelers could not speak because of the wind and the cold. The ice yacht went over snowy land as a ship over the sea. An hour later he lowered the sail, and the ice yacht stopped in front of the Omaha station. The party had time to run into the carriage, and then the train was off. The next day, the 10th, at 4 in the afternoon, they reached Chicago and passed immediately from one train into another. They were off again. At 9:35, On the evening of the 11th, their train stopped near the port. The China, the ship for Liverpool, had left 20 minutes before.